Hello, everybody. Now that the FFCRA is finally, at long last, at an end as of today, the 30th, we'll have to be switching off our leave codes in the system after next week's payroll. That is, after we pay everybody for the final week of COVID pay. I know I've been hearing reports from some of you that even this week you have people on COVID pay, but as of tomorrow, it's no longer eligible for reimbursement from the federal government. And if you are choosing to pay people for their COVID leave, you will no longer be able to get that back through EFTPS or through your 941s. So wanted to quickly record how to turn off your COVID leave in your system. So what you're seeing here is our test system here. You'll see Silver Truck Systems up on the screen, and I wanted to just kind of quickly show you how to do that. For those of you who are on the cloud or on the latest version of Vista, this is really easy. So the first thing you can do is you can go check to see what version of Vista you're on. That is up here in the help menu about Vista. And you can see here it says version 2020 is what I have right here, version 2020 R2. 2020 version, you'll have to do the long, complicated method that I'm going to show you today. If you have version 2021, it's quite easy. So let me show you that. Here is a test system with version 2021. Let me show you that, if I can get there. All right, let's see if it's gonna be, there we go. The thing was getting in my way, sorry about that. Here's version 2021. Version 2021, the leave codes are really easy to turn off. So here in this little test company, just so you see here, this active box, all you have to do is uncheck it. Once it's unchecked, it can no longer be used. It can no longer be used to accumulate time. It can no longer be used to use time. So that's the easiest thing to do. Go hit unactive and hit OK. Through that, leave code is inactive. It can no longer be used, and you're done. Bam. If you're still on version 2020, like I believe a lot of us are, then we have to do it this way. Basically, come into payroll programs, go to PR leave codes, and go into them. You can see here, if you set it up the standard way, you'll have your sick and your family leave. We'll have to do this for each one of them. What we need to do here, since we don't have the active checkbox, thank you, by the way, Vista, for putting that in there. Any Viewpoint employees that are on here and listening to my video, thank you for putting that on for the future. That's going to be great. But in the meantime, what we have to do is we have to reset the leave codes. Basically, we have to reset the limit to 0. So the effectively saying that for this, we're going to pull everybody's balance down to 0. Now, the cool thing is that we already have this kind of already set up, because our carryover limit here was 0. Basically, we're not allowing anybody to carry over into the new year. You can think of that as how many hours of like standard PTO people could carry over from one year to the other. A lot of people say, well, you accumulate such and such number of hours per hour, but you can't carry over any into the new year. You can only carry 80 hours over. Use it or lose it type of a deal. In our situation, when we set it up, we put the carryover limit to 0 already. So as long as your carryover limit is 0, we can just leave that there. Then we're going to come in to, after we make sure carryover limit is 0 on both of our codes, 0 and 0, we're going to come into payroll programs. And if I type leave up top, you can see here, I'm going to go into the PR leave code reset. PR leave code reset, I can go ahead and do it for the month of I'm sorry, not of September. That would actually not be okay. I'm still in September today, but I want to change this to October 1st. And we're going to reset the accrual amounts. Reset available balances to carryover limit right here. This checkbox, reset available balances to carryover limit. We're going to do the reset date as of 10/1/21. We're going to do the selected leave code. First, I'll do my family leave, and we will go ahead and update. reset entries added to the batch. Now I can go to File, process my batch, validate, and I can hit preview here to see my audit report. Basically, my audit report is going to take all of the people that are in this batch, no matter what they have, and bring it down to 0. That's good. Okay, and we'll post that. Oftentimes, depending on how you guys have it set up, the family leave hasn't posted any anyway. Many people weren't actually giving balances to people with family leave until they were using it. So they were giving people only, the however many weeks that they were eligible once they started to use it. So it didn't show up on everybody's pay stubs. Some people were giving everybody that for the family leave all the time. That was a preference. But almost everybody that we worked with did do this for the sick leave. So you'll see this here. I'll do my reset date as of 10/1 here. I'll select my code sick leave and update. Reset entries added to batch. I'll file process the batch, validate, preview this. You'll see that I'll have a lot longer list here. Now I'm taking all of the people, all of the employees, and maybe there was an available balance of 77 and we're resetting it down to 0. You can see here's somebody who didn't use it at all. It went from 80 down to 0. Here's somebody who used most of it, went from 32 down to 0. So you can see everybody's resetting to 0. I'll go ahead and post that. And we're done with the reset. Then we can come back into the leave code, and we can basically say for this that leave balance warning level is not allowed for family, and for sick we can make sure that the leave balance warning level is not allowed. That's basically going to say that, hey, you're not allowed to be able to post any batches that people are trying to take this. So that's just kind of make sure that that's done, and we don't allow the available balances to go negative anymore. There is a possibility that you'll have overridden it on PR employee leave, the balance warning level. So if we come into someone and say, okay, this Patsy Goodhay here, it's possible that you have overridden it to allowed with warning if you've had an issue with the way it posted before. I recommend coming in here and looking through on the grid. What I just did here is I turned on my filter bar, found my sick leave code for all of the active employees, and then I can come over to my info, what's it called, leave balance warning level. Let's see if I can find it here. So here's my leave balance warning level, and making sure that none of these are actually overridden to allowed with warning, but that they're all blank or else not allowed. So I can check that for all my active employees here in PR employee leave. So that's done. And then we can check that we actually did this correctly by going to payroll reports. I'm going to go ahead and type leave here, and we can go to employee leave, say accrual usage, or sorry, leave balance and accumulation. This is probably the best standard report to run this. So I'm going to go ahead and run this for all active employees and make sure that everybody's sick leaves available balance is 0. So we don't have anybody who actually has any, these are old employees. All of the active employees are set to 0, and I can run through that and make sure that that's true. So I know that everything was done correctly. So we'll have to repeat it on the other code, and that'll be good there. Then just as a reminder, we have our earnings codes. Whoops, I'm sorry, I'm still in reports. Payroll programs earn code. For those of you who are using key style or any kind of custom drop downs, there's a chance that you're going to want to come in here and you're going to want to uncheck the show in key style button. If you have that, that's only going to pertain to some of you, so that it's not even eligible there for people to choose when they're putting in their time card inside a key style. So just come in here, COVID caretaker, uncheck, save, go to the next one, COVID family leave, uncheck, save, and that'll take care of that for those of you who are using this. That way people just can't even pull it in. So that's it. Now you're ready to move on without the FFCRA and here is to a healthy workforce that doesn't need to use it since it's not eligible anymore or not available anymore. All right, thank you everybody, and I hope this was helpful. Feel free and send emails to me or to anybody here at Silvertrek if you have additional questions. Thank you.